taking it over from our friends Roman and Wayne, the Layup Lounge. We'll go over here into our Storm segment. And it's not a ton going on recently. We will say, before we get into the piece of news that we're going to go over, here at Circling Seattle Sports, we have welcomed a new writer into our folds. Welcome, Christian, to the show. And not to the show necessarily, but to Circling Seattle Sports. Christian will be helping us with Storm coverage and maybe a few other things as the year progresses, but really excited to add Christian. Has been working on the Dallas Wings beat previously, so, obviously knows what he's talking about. I had some great conversations leading into it, and just really excited to add him to our team, continue to tell great stories of our Storm in the WNBA, and continue to push forward as, one of the outlets here in Seattle that really focuses on women's sports and makes it really about all of Seattle sports, not just the Seahawks or the Mariners. So want to say a hello to Christian and welcome aboard to our friend there, and then get into this piece of Storm-related news. So recently, over this past week, the team announced their theme games for the 2024 season. So obviously, in addition to the fact that they've brought in Nneka Ogwumike and Skylar Diggins-Smith to help form this core four with Jewel Lloyd and Ezi Magbegor, you're bringing Sammy Whitcomb back, Mercedes Russell's coming back. You've got the rookies from last year with Jordan Horst and, not rookies anymore, Dulcie Fanka-Mangiadu and Jade Melbourne, on top of a slew of players that have been signed to training camp contracts. The Storm have brought out their list of theme nights, which will only help bring even more fans out to Climate Pledge Arena. So we'll go through it. As you can see on your screen, May 14th is opening night, presented by Providence Swedish against the Minnesota Lynx. May 25th is the team's toy drive benefiting Seattle Children's. June 29th is Pride Night, presented by Amazon. July 10th is Storm into STEM Kids Day, presented by Pacific Science Center. July 14th is the Believe in Women Day, presented by Symetra. August 30th is Storm Out Cancer Night, presented by Providence Swedish Cancer Institute. September 7th is Kicks for Equality and Sneaker Ball, presented by Symetra, supported by Bank of America and BECU. And the final one of the season, September 17th, Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Coinbase against the Las Vegas Aces. We go over here to look at a bunch of these, with opening night. The Storm will begin its 25th season in franchise history by giving away unique promotion that night, with the first 5,000 fans receiving a commemorative piece of the championship court. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. The Storm's annual toy drive game benefiting Seattle Children's on May 25th. Fans are encouraged to bring toys and deposit them in the specially marked receptacles outside of Climate Pledge Arena the night of that game. Additionally, fans can purchase items through an Amazon wish list beginning on May 16th leading into that, while Storm center Ezi Magbegor and other players from the team will then deliver the presents to patients at Seattle Children's Hospital. Pride Night, obviously a fan favorite, returns as Seattle takes on the Dallas Wings on June 29th. A special giveaway is being planned for fans attending the game, along with special programming and in-game activations to be announced when we get to early June. Storm into STEM Kids Day, presented by Pacific Science Center, has been scheduled for the July 10th against the defending champion Las Vegas Aces. Kids from throughout the Puget Sound region are invited to come out and cheer on the Storm while also learning about STEM at various locations throughout Climate Pledge Arena. The day will also feature a special kids giveaway and kid-themed programming throughout the day. Believe in Women Day, presented by Symetra, for July 14th as the team hosts the Atlanta Dream. The annual event, which has taken place since 2006, honors Seattle area businesswomen and civic leaders of color, driven by their shared philosophy that women and girls should have the chance to succeed at every level, no matter their race, ethnicity, or gender. The 2024 honorees for that will be announced in mid-June. Storm Out Cancer Night on August 30th versus the New York Liberty. This is the 9th annual event that encourages fans to help raise awareness for cancer research while also supporting the Providence Swedish Cancer Institute we'll start that over. I apologize. The Providence Swedish Cancer Institute's Patients Assistant Fund. There we go. In addition, a giveaway is being planned for the game with more information to come later. The Kicks for Equality game On September 7th against the Phoenix Mercury, we'll see the return of Sneaker Ball, a unique event in the ultra-premium Moet and Chandon Imperial Lounge at Climate Pledge Arena, designed to celebrate the convergence of fashion and sneaker culture. Sneaker Ball invites guests to express their creative fashion sense and pair with their coolest kicks. Fans will also have the chance to bid on player-worn custom sneakers depicting their respective social justice initiatives designed by artist Brianna Berry. Closing out with Fan Appreciation Night, of course, against those Las Vegas Aces on the 17th of September. The night features prizes, giveaways, a special halftime show, and more as Seattle prepares what could be a deep playoff run later that week. So be sure to get your tickets. Of course, there are season tickets, store mini plans, and group experiences that are available for purchase. Single game tickets are on sale, on pre-sale starting today, and to the general public starting on April 15th. So obviously there's a lot of reason to be excited for Storm basketball in 2024, whether it is the big additions made via free agency this past offseason, or this current offseason, pardon me. Jewel Lloyd's locked up for 2 more years in that contract. Izzy Magbor continues her progression and her growth. Mercedes Russell is looking at, I would say a bounce back year, but building off of a year after, dealing with injury. In addition to the many fun theme nights that we just looked at, and then we've heard it from a bunch of different players around the WNBA. Climate Pledge Arena is a great atmosphere, and I can tell you from being there just about every home game last season, the atmosphere was incredible for a Storm team that finished near the bottom of the league and win-loss record. It felt like a playoff atmosphere almost every home night, even if the team, was getting blown out. So I encourage you to come out, support the WNBA if you really have been such a fan of what's been happening in college women's basketball with the March Madness tournament with Caitlin Clark. The team will be playing Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever, no doubt, unless for some reason the Fever decided to trade out of that pick, but I doubt it. Camila Cardoso was excellent for South Carolina in their win over the Iowa Hawkeyes in the national championship game yesterday. Cameron Brink from Stanford's going to be going to a team in the top 4, I'm sure. So there's so much. Angel Reese is going to be in the draft this year from LSU. I apologize. So there's a lot of reason to be excited with so many of those talented players that were in college women's basketball coming to the WNBA this year. Support your local WNBA team. Watch the league, engage, all this, that. Support it, because you've seen how much women's sports has progressed and grown in the last few years. And this is, this isn't like a flash in the pan. We've seen it. It's growing, and I'd rather you be on the right side of history with us at certainly Seattle Sports than left in the dust and looking like a fool. So